It's a wonderful day, my fellow Filipinos. This is Myron Sta, the Philippines corporate and trainer. My mission in life is to educate, equip, encourage, empower, and escort you guys to success. Today, here in our video, we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, and I'm pretty sure that most new supervisors have been wanting to watch or listen to some great tips on how to transition from a peer to a supervisor. Nowadays, especially with new supervisors, this is one of the most difficult challenges because, you know, for the longest time before, you had just been a coworker or one of the members of the staff or the rank and file, and then all of a sudden, and of course thanks to your diligence and to your hard work and efforts in the company, you were going to be promoted to a higher position. And since that is something that that's new to you, then it is but normal that you're going through a phase in which it's kind of hard to adapt to the new position because it's a notch higher than what you were used to before. So, but don't you worry, guys, because today in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to transition from becoming one of them, co-workers or peers, to a supervisor, effectively and smoothly. The number 1 tip you've got to keep in mind is when you're already a new supervisor, okay, you've got to start thinking and working like one, all right? Because one of the usual mistakes that new supervisors commit is that when they're already promoted to a higher level, surprisingly and mistakenly, they still do what they were doing before when they were still, holding their original position. Well, it doesn't mean that you've got to stop doing any of those, you know, as a new or not just a new supervisor, but as a supervisor per se. There will be times, especially times of crisis, that you're going to have to help out the people on your team, and one way of helping them would be doing what they are doing, just so they could, you know, finish the task immediately. But in general, when you're already a new supervisor, it has to involve a change of mentality. Okay, you've got to have the paradigm shift. You've got to focus much more on the duties and the responsibilities that come with being a supervisor. Okay, my second tip is seek guidance from your new manager. There is really a lot of things that, that you're not really used to because it's your first time, you know, doing any of those. So to gain clarity around what I personally call the 3 A's of work and to become efficient with your work, that is, okay, and these 3 A's that I'm referring to are, number 1, assignment, number 2, accountability, number 3, authority. Once again, assignment, accountability, and authority. So for you as a new supervisor to gain clarity around these 3 A's of work, then you really need to seek guidance from your new manager. Because your manager also came from the position that you are already in. Meaning to say, he or she had gone through what you're going through right now. So I'm pretty sure that the person you're reporting to or some other managers higher than you will be able to give you really nice tips on how you could transition from being a peer to a supervisor. The 3rd tip I'm going to share with you is introduce yourself to your team. You know what, this is really very important, especially when the people on your team don't really know you, or they haven't been working with you, or that, you have been working together, but before you were on a different team, and it's their first time working with you. So you might want to, you know, allocate a day on which you're going to be sitting down with them and you're going to be introducing yourself. And you know what? When I say introduce yourself, I don't just mean telling them what your name is, telling them where you live, sharing with them your landline or your cell phone numbers. Introducing yourself, involving explaining to them or giving them a clear picture of what your likes and dislikes are, what your different styles are in terms of leadership, management, learning, and communication. When you introduce yourself thoroughly to them, then they get to know the kind of supervisor that they're going to work with or for. So that's really very important. When people already know, or better yet, know more about you, then it's much easier for them to relate to you, to for both of you guys to find what your common ground is, and so you'll be able to work together very smoothly, and that would entail, of course, a great or harmonious long-term personal and working relationship. The fourth tip I'm going to share with you would be, it's really very significant that you set expectations and boundaries with your people, because they don't know you a lot and you don't know them a lot either. Then it's very important that you sit down with them once again and you set expectations. You have to communicate with each other what you expect of one another. That, they have to understand and appreciate that now you're no longer one of them, but you're already a supervisor. And that you would really be needing their help, cooperation, and collaboration for you guys to, work together fine, and for you to have a much easier time not only dealing with them, but of course managing them, and of course producing results through them. So that's very important. And the last tip I'm going to share with you would be, it doesn't matter if they don't know you thoroughly. It doesn't matter if it's their first time working with you or working for you. When you show positive actions, okay, it's going to, gaining trust, earning their respect, and establishing credibility with them, okay, become a much easier task. Because when they see a role model in you, then it's like you automatically bring them over to your side. It's like it's quickly, or it becomes much easier for them to look up to you, to respect you, and more importantly, to give you the chance you deserve to show what you're made of, what you can do for them, how you can help them, and why you deserve being in the new position that, of course, you have, okay? So I hope that these 5 tips, once again, start thinking and working like a supervisor, okay? You're no longer one of the colleagues or the peers. Seek guidance from your new manager. They might help. Introduce yourself to your team. They need that because you're going to be working together for a long time. Set expectations and boundaries. You have to exchange expectations, because it is in clarifying expectations that you know what you could anticipate, okay, or expect from one another. And last but not least, show positive actions and be a role model. It is in showing positive actions and being a role model that you're able to, what? Earn their respect, gain their trust, and of course establish credibility genuinely. Okay, so that's it for today. How to transition from a peer to a supervisor. If you have any questions about our focus for today in this video, just give me a call at 090767373653 or email my team at inquiries@myronsta.net. Once again, this has been your corporate trainer, Myron Sta. Be equipped. Have a great day.